Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is July the 14th, 2019. Strong hand, be a unique beast. Value your wealth in Bitcoin. Having hype, unconfiscatable. One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. Offended by selling. Don't FOMO on altcoins. Wow, don't FOMO. How could anyone be FOMO on altcoins right now? All right, everybody, check out all the links below. Everything that's talked about in this video is, of course, linked below. Let's start off with a tweet by Cameron Winklevoss. Oh, yeah. Some people love to hate the Winklevi. Back in 2015, I said, don't hate on the Winklevi. Try to be like the Winklevi. In other words, try to buy a lot of Bitcoin here in 2015. That was probably a smart thing to do when Bitcoin was like $200. But some people were busy hating on the Winkle. No, I'm not going to do what they're doing. They got lucky. They got rich. They got this. Well, anyway, so I'd still listen to this dude. He's still rich. I hope you got rich off of 2015 listening to me. But Cameron says Amazon was e-commerce, and now it's just commerce. Today, Bitcoin is digital gold, but tomorrow it will just be Bitcoin. It won't need to be analogized or require any qualifiers. Pound that like button. Oh, yeah, it's changing the world. You can see the future, dude. I hope all of you can see the future. Don't hate on those Winklevi. Try to be like those Winklevi. Okay, I've noticed in my comments section something really interesting lately. There are just weird spam-like comments saying, sell Bitcoin. It's going to crash. Sell now. Sell now. I really don't get it. And I think some of them are actually from real people. I think they're trying to kind of promote altcoins. I don't even know I don't know what they're leading to here. Very interesting observation, though. Guys, don't believe the stuff you read in the comments sections. Be careful. Sometimes these dudes end up in the chat also, and they start talking about how great their altcoins are. I mean, we've got some major altcoin bluster and delusion now, because of all times to have altcoin bluster, this is not the time. I mean, Bitcoin dominance increases every day, and yet these people are rich. Oh, Bitcoin went down to $2,000. Dude, have you checked out what your altcoin has done in terms of Bitcoin? Value your wealth in Bitcoin. It's going down more in terms of dollars than Bitcoin is, percentage-wise. Thus, it's better to hold Bitcoin than your altcoin. I mean, I don't think they get it at all. I don't know what world these dudes are living in. You got to keep it simple, people. Value your wealth in Bitcoin. Don't FOMO on altcoins, and you won't get tricked by. I don't know how anyone can get tricked by these people, to tell you the truth, because they're really there's no logic or reason behind the things that these altcoin guys are. It's just pure bluster. And I guess some people love a strong man, a guy that just has a lot of bluster, yells and screams, says how great he is, how right he is. Okay, Roman Q says, Bitcoin Meister, anyone who panics when the price goes down values their wealth in fiat. Yep, I agree with that. I am happy when the fiat price goes down because I get more sats per dollar. We are the elite. Dude, we are the elite. Pound that like button. Again, had people been watching my videos back in 2015 when I said buy 10 Bitcoin, you'll be part of the elite. Well, yeah, now you'd really be saying, yeah, dude, I got 10 Bitcoin. I'm part of the elite. Glad I can say that. Pound that like button. All right. Hey, guys, I talk the talk, but I walk the walk too. And it really pays off nicely because I walked the walk back in 2015 and 16. Now I just, I can walk outside here in Tel Aviv, go to the beach, just run 8 miles. I was at the Bitcoin embassy earlier. I'll talk about that. I don't have to work at Target. I don't have to ever walk into Target. It's great. It's great. Again, you can work for yourself. I set it up. You can do it too. You could go from one Airbnb to another, not even know where the heck you are half the time. No, I know where I am. I know where I am. Love it here. Love it in Tel Aviv. Pound that like button. All right, we're moving on here. Elite, though. You can be elite, just like the Winklevis are elite. Nothing's stopping you, don't vilify it. Don't vilify success. Watch Saturday's show, by the way, people. That's all about how I rip on. I say we live in a society where being a victim is glorified. And the counterculture is, of course, personal responsibility and normalcy, where trying to attain greatness is respected. Achievement is respected. It's success is respected. That's what you get on this channel. But most places, being a victim, oh, it's so great to be a victim. AOC, save me, save me. Ooh. That Saturday show, though, we're going to get away from that right now. Go back to Sunday show. Yeah, today's Sunday. Actually, it's already past midnight in Tel Aviv. But hey, because I listened to myself back in the day, I can stay up all night, whatever. Okay, don't have to report to anyone. Let's see. So yeah, we talked about the Bitcoin spam in my comments. So yeah, it is crazy as the Bitcoin dominance continues to increase and the altcoin delusion. And again, some of these altcoins could, some of them will do well again. Maybe. Again, don't bet on it. Always bet on Bitcoin. Isn't that what he said in Passenger 57? Pound that like button. Always bet on Bitcoin. Ooh, that's going to be a new one. Okay, so, but ever played roulette? Always. You see, don't play roulette. Always bet on Bitcoin. All right, famous movie line. All right, okay, so, and for those of you who don't believe me that these altcoin people are delusional, the BSV people are talking like it's about to Bitcoin is about to go down. I linked to an Alistair Milne tweet that shows the BSV chart in terms of Bitcoin. How these people could be predicting the downfall of Bitcoin when this chart is going on for their coin. But again, they follow Jim Jones. And as I said in a previous video, there's just a certain percentage of the population who get fooled by people like that. And there's a very, very small percentage of the people in the population who are like Jim Jones and like that woman at Theranos or whatever. What was her name? The blonde-haired woman that HBO did the documentary on that I watched the video that I watched when flying to Tel Aviv. Elizabeth Holmes. Those are the freaks of the world. The ones who can just lie to your face, and even after they're busted, keep on lying, and people keep believing them. BSV, Elizabeth Holmes, Jim Jones. I think some of you get the picture. Okay, so I want to say this week in Bitcoin was awesome with Giacomo Zucco. Check it out, techbalt.com, TECHBALT. Follow me there on Twitter also, disruptmeister.com. Giacomo very soon is going to have a presentation that will counter the FUD involving quantum mechanics. He actually knows quantum Bitcoin, all this crazy quantum theory stuff. He is going to rebut it. Some people like to say that quantum is going to destroy Bitcoin. They don't even know what the heck they're talking. He actually knows what he's talking about. He's going to be covering that soon. But Friday's show, where I only had one guest, who was Giacomo, he was like 3 guests. It was awesome. People are raving about it. Go there right now and check it out. You don't need to watch this show live. There's no point. I mean, I might just lift up my shirt and show you my hairy chest. Do you want to see that? Pound that like button. All right. Now, well, no, some people would want to see that, actually. I'm in good shape. I mean, sometimes you got a manscape, though. I think it's a little wild right now. Not Tel Aviv beach ready, maybe. I don't actually go to the beach. I run, but maybe I'll run by the beach. I don't like to go in the ocean anymore. It's just not my thing. I'm not a kid anymore. JC Botha, who's from beautiful South Africa, where they have some beautiful beaches, the ones that are properly maintained at least. What is the best dollar cost average over a long period, or buy immediately with all available fiat you have? Go the conservative route. I'm just dollar cost average over a long period. I mean, you might have an emergency to take care of, and if you blew all your fiat, then you would have to sell your Bitcoin, and there'd be a tax situation. I mean, with me, to tell you the truth, guys, what I did, JC, back in 2016, I was like, you know what? What the heck am I waiting for here? I've been buying Bitcoin slowly over time. I've accumulated quite a bit of Bitcoin. I have a bunch of fiat in the bank. Why not just get rid of all my fiat in the bank? And that is what I did. So what I did was I actually got rid of all my fiat in the bank. I don't know if I can really advise doing that, because some people have wives and kids and such, and I don't want them getting into you can always sell your Bitcoin again and get back into fiat. That's pretty easy. But what I did in 2016, I did have a bunch of fiat, and I got rid of all of it. And yeah, you know the rest of the story. So thank you for the question, though. And hope South Africa is good. I just got an update from Zimbabwe that it's horrible. Yeah. It's very unfortunate what's going on there. Their government is worse than the Mugabe government, if you can believe that. I can't believe it's come to this in Zimbabwe. Very, very sad, very sad. But again, personal responsibility, people in Zimbabwe. Hopefully you got your wealth in Bitcoin and you can get out of there if need be. So time to update Wimblecoin crypto dividend. Last day to register is the 19th, people. People are still asking me that. I link to an interview that Andy Hoffman did with Chris of MWC. Why don't you guys watch it? It answers all your questions. Some people have asked me, and again, they're the people to ask the questions to. This is where you get Bitcoin insider information. I love giving Bitcoiner insider information here because we don't have fancy sensor graphics. I give you stuff that's going to benefit you. Crypto dividends are airdrops and forks of Bitcoin. They are interest just by holding Bitcoin properly. You get interest on your Bitcoin. This MWC is coming up to the last day register is the 19th. So if you do it properly, you're going to get interest on your Bitcoin. You're going to get a crypto dividend. It is awesome. It is happiness. So why? But you really should be comfortable with what you're doing here. And asking me questions here and there and everywhere means you're not. There's some people that say, "What day is it again?" Again, it's all listed on MWC.mw first of all, but link to below. Please watch the video. I don't want you guys coming to me on the 20th saying, "Oh, how do I buy it now?" But some of you will, and that's just the way of the 80%. Or what can I say? Insider information. You can, and again, the funny thing about the insider information, you actually have to act upon it. If you're just in the chat and you're hearing me say it and you do nothing, then you're an 80%er. What can I say? Again, just because I say it doesn't mean it's going to benefit you. You actually have to act upon it. And and have listening comprehension so you actually understand what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is go to the link below, watch the video. Now, Chris in the video said 44,000 Bitcoin have been registered so far. I just talked to Chris before this video went live, and now it's up to 50,000. So clearly the registrations are more people are getting into it now, and that's great. That's great. If it gets up to 60,000, that means every Bitcoin you register, you'll get 100 MWC. But then if it goes beyond 60,000, you'll get less than 100 MWC. Again, watch. Chris explains everything. He answers all your questions in it. It's a very good interview done by Andy Hoffman of Chris. Link to below. Pound that like button. So we talked about Donald Trump on This Week in Bitcoin with Giacomo Zucco. I thought he did a good job of saying everything. I'm going to talk about it a little bit now, and this will be it because people do want to hear about it. Again, I don't like pedestaling anyone, putting Donald Trump on a pedestal. He is the president of the United States, which is clearly considered one of probably the most powerful person in the world. Some consider it, but to put it in perspective, in 2016, what would you say? I mean, a lot of you weren't around in 2016, and I've been around since 2013. But I'm just saying 2016, right before the Bitcoin halving in 2016, had the president of the United States tweeted about Bitcoin. I mean, look how much that was like an impossibility to go on a tweet thread about Bitcoin in 20. Everyone would have said, "Oh, this is the biggest thing ever to happen." Now, again, people did get pretty happy when Trump just did this, but it happened. These things were all predictable. One day, the president of the United States was going to tweet and talk about Bitcoin. We knew that as early as 2016, and now that day has come. And it's just, again, this is for the people that can defer gratification. We knew this back in 2016. That was a reason to buy Bitcoin back in 2016. That one day the United States government was going to get into this, the president was going to talk about it, that people were going to get pumped because of it. But people didn't want to. $600 is too expensive. Oh, it just hit $700 before the halving, and then it went down to $600. So obviously it's worthless, and I can't buy it now. I got to wait till it goes down to $400 to buy it. Famous last words. Pound that like button. So this is from Balaji. He says, 10 years after the launch of Bitcoin, the president of the United States and the chair of the Federal Reserve are discussing it on the same day. The tone almost doesn't matter. 10 years hence, this will be routine. Every nation state will have to hold crypto. So again, Here, he's making a prediction about 10 years from now. We all know this is going to be true. We all know this is going to be true. Just like in 2016, we knew the president of the United States would talk about it one day. So again, since we know in 10 years that all leaders will be have Bitcoin policies, that all countries will have to be in crypto in some form, do you think you should buy Bitcoin now? Do you think you should have already bought Bitcoin? Do you think you should be holding Bitcoin? Should you be panicking that it went from 11 to 10K? I mean, this is one of the weirdest panics I've ever seen. When you put it in perspective, there are people out there that are, it went below 11,000. Whoa, it went below. I mean, the last time I was in the Bitcoin embassy in Tel Aviv, I think Bitcoin was right below $4,000. Next time I appear, it's right below 11,000. And so if you would have told me back in December, in January, in March, and February, people would be like saying, "Ooh, I'm scared. It just went below 11,000." You would have laughed your butt off back then. Can any of you? Do most of you have that bad of a memory that you can't remember the winter? You can't remember the winter was only a few months ago that people would be craving for $10,000 and $11,000. That it would have been a joke to say that people would be worried that it dropped below $11,000. I mean, people have very short-term memories. People are gamblers. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. That's not me. Deferral gratification, long-term thinking, pound that like button. Conviction, new show here every day. You better believe it. You knew we were here. We were all here together during the winter, and now we're celebrating. Yet some people are like panicking below 11. It's the weirdest. It's the weirdest, weakest hand I've seen in quite some time. That's weak hands right there. Weak hands right there. Traders are going to do what they're going to do. 80% are going to do what they're going to do. I mean, what can I say? What can I say? You can't change the world, Meister. You can't change the world, but I can give you the insider information, and you could do your best. You could do your best to make this make this world a better place, and to bring yourself success and just create a positive aura out there. All right. So, and always try your best. Always try your hardest. Our hope is not yet lost. Pound that like button. Let's see who can get that reference. All right. So I think there's some Israelis watching this show now. So all right, what are we going to talk here? And by the way, when I thought and I mentioned this again, watch Friday's show, I'll repeat it. Trump's tweet about Bitcoin, I think lots of it is his dislike of Facebook. He doesn't like what Libra is proposing. Facebook is a political enemy of his, at least the people behind it. So he doesn't like Libra, and then he went off on Bitcoin too. So, I mean, there's my take on it. And I'm not going to read his quote again. I was going to, but who cares? Now, the funny thing is, some mainstream publications, MarketWatch said Trump is right about Bitcoin. so these dudes who love to hate on Trump, they don't like Bitcoin. They hate Bitcoin so much that for this they're gonna agree. And here is the title: this is a statement from the article. Cryptocurrencies are a pure gamble with no discernible fundamentals whatsoever. Okay, believe what you're gonna believe, dudes. Okay. You could be with MarketWatch, or you can be with the Winklevoss in 2015. I think over the long haul, we've seen who's been right here. The people who can defer gratification, who don't change their minds on every drop or in every negative statement that some pedestal person says. All right, and again, I don't want to pedestal the Winklevoss either. Okay, but there were plenty of people, plenty of long-term thinkers in 2015 who were saying, This is going to be big, dudes. Don't worry just because it dropped to $200. It will return. It always returns to its all-time high, one day closer to 20K. Of course, back in 2015, we were saying one day closer to $1,100, because that was the all-time high then, which all the FUDsters said it would never get back to. Boom. All right. So Roman Q, the next Democrat president, will also tweet about Bitcoin. I wonder how long it will take them to realize Bitcoin is unprintable and unconfiscatable. It depends on whichever one gets elected. It varies. Their intelligence level varies. If Andrew Yang, he's a very intelligent person. If it's AOC, no, she'll never get it. She'll think she can print. She'll probably print some new form of US dollar called Bitcoin, and she'll try to say that's Bitcoin. And some guys will just drool and believe her. All right, now. the same guys who donate to that say they're MGTOW and then donate all their money to women that sell their bathwater and stuff. They're the ones who will, like, they'll say they hate AOC and then they'll just follow everything she tells them to do. All right, so pathetic, so pathetic. Some people that fall for the bikini babes, whether they be in politics or cryptocurrency or whatever fancy sets or graphics or social media stuff is out there. Such a shame. Be a 20%er, and of course, what is it? What was I going to say? Finnegan is overrated. That's what I was going. That's what I was going to say. And of course, personal responsibility is a new counterculture. Don't think AOC is going to solve all your problems. But yeah, if you want to fit in, go follow her. Yeah, she's the cool hot thing right now, guys. All right, and Caitlin Long, she's got a great thread about talking to Donald Trump, and she even ties in Wyoming to it. Give her credit. She's marketing what she believes in. Mr. President, Wyoming, the state that gave you the highest margin of victory in 2016, even bigger than Reagan, welcomes law-abiding crypto companies and created a new type of bank charter to allow them to comply with the law. You are just wrong on this. Your staff is misleading you. The crypto genie can't be put back into the bottle. If the U.S. fights this, we will be bypassed by other countries that are welcoming it. And thread is awesome. She can explain it better than anybody in this space. And maybe Trump will pay attention. Most likely he won't. All right. Now, so yeah, I linked to the Tel Aviv Bitcoin embassy below where I was earlier tonight. I saw Udi there. I saw a lot of people you don't know there. Sarah was not there tonight. You guys know her. Venshin, you will be happy to know. I see Venshin is in the tweet, and this is not made up. I was talking to some guys outside of the embassy. Then I walked in. The minute I walked in, someone came up to me and asked me, "How is Venshin?" And he was concerned about you, Venshin. He was concerned about you. You are loved in the land of Israel. You are loved everywhere. So they're Bitcoin fans. Venshin. He's had some. He is fine. Venshin is fine. He has had a health issue that he is fighting awesomely. He's doing great. But people are concerned. It's the Bitcoin community is tight, man. When they know that there's a Bitcoin guy that's it's natural to worry about people when they hear that they're sick. Okay, it's natural to worry. And it was just great. I felt so great. That I'm halfway around the world and people are asking me about that. A guy's asking me about Venshin. So Venshin, I thought you would like that. That makes your hand stronger. And I said Venshin is fine. Do not worry about Venshin. Do not worry about Venshin at all. Bitcoin tight community. Pound that like button, baby. All right. So, but also I was late to the gathering at the Bitcoin embassy today because I had to eat my one meal a day. My 22-hour fast became a 23-hour fast because I ran 8 miles. No need to get into that. And I missed the Breeze Tech team. Now, who are the Breeze Tech team? I linked to them below. They have a new Lightning wallet for your mobile phone. Okay, new Lightning wallet for mobile. They are Tel Aviv based or Israel based or something. I wanted to give them a shout out. Udi mentioned them in his tweets. I didn't get to see the presentation because I was late, but I linked to them anyway. And there's so much technological awesomeness going on in Tel Aviv. The Bitcoin community is so strong in Tel Aviv. Again, for all you people who want to come to Israel, tons of tourists in Israel right now. Unbelievable out there. But stop by, make the Tel Aviv Bitcoin Embassy part of your tour, part of visit the Wailing Wall, visit the Tel Aviv Bitcoin Embassy. Again, one is obviously a religious experience. One is has nothing to do with religion at all. But hey, you can do it all in Israel. It's awesome. And and especially on a Sunday night is the best time to visit the Tel Aviv Bitcoin Embassy because all the people that you know are there. Udi, Sarah, all sorts. Some people know Many. He's famous. Many is famous. Oh, Shmuel. I wanted to say Shmuel is a famous dude. Shmuel is like the bodyguard of the Tel Aviv Bitcoin Embassy. He's a white-haired man. He's like the most interesting man in the world. That beer advertisement. He's like that dude. He's traveled all around the world, and you look at the dude and you can tell. He's probably been into some brawls before. He's obviously been in the Israeli army before. Who knows what this dude has done? If he's been like a secret agent before, I don't know. He actually, there was an event, a Bitcoin event in Tel Aviv at some point, and a government official started speaking incorrectly about Bitcoin, and this dude Shmuel started screaming at him. And the guy's on stage. He starts screaming at the dude. So yeah, Shmuel is like the most interesting man in the world. Again, the white ponytail, white hair. He's a great guy. I mean, he probably could still beat the living out of a lot of people if he wanted to. I mean, who knows what he has on him? A very interesting dude. But he's so very calm. Gave the presentation to the children the other day, and then I came in there and just gave it a very energetic one. All right, you can see that video. It's great, dude. Bitcoin is awesome. When you can have a dude like that, and who knows how many Bitcoin that dude holds. It's up in the air. We don't know. He's legendary for that too. Again, this is you gotta love the white ponytail guys that are quiet, and they've seen some real. I can't say that word, SH. And they've seen some real wacky stuff in their day and done some wacky. He is the most interesting man in the world, the beer commercial dude. He's pounded that like button, if you know what I mean, all around this planet. You go, Shmuel. You go, baby. All right. That was unplanned, wasn't it? But I got to give Shmuel some. He's like, people should watch Adam's channel. Yes. Okay. So moving on. Peter Schiff, who is not the most interesting man in the world. Some of you still, care. And you guys are falling for it. I mean, you got to give Peter, he is a marketer, and so many people fall for this. They're again saying, Adam, what about this? Look how desperate Peter's gotten here. He says, I'm doing a Bitcoin challenge live on my YouTube channel on Monday night. I'm inviting people to change my mind about Bitcoin. Feel free to take a shot. You never know. You may convince me that I'm wrong. My mind is open. Okay, he's lying. He just wants people to watch his videos, and he knows this is a gimmick that's going to get all these haters to watch his video, increase his subscribers, or if you get downvotes too, it helps also. He's just using you. So Bitcoin people, don't be used by Peter Schiff. He's not changing his mind. He's never changing his mind. He has conviction. He has a strong hand for gold. That's his business. If you don't like it, ignore him. But I just wanted to point that out. And Bitcoin Tina added in this thread, he says, I don't understand the interest in persuading Peter Schiff. What is the fascination with a man with such limited understanding? Further, he is a rich man. I prefer that average or poor people understand and improve their financial positions. The rich don't need my help. Peter Schiff doesn't need our help, guys. He's absolutely right about that. Peter Schiff doesn't need our help. He doesn't need any more knowledge. It's all out there. Tina's got a point. Go to the people that don't have the knowledge yet, at least. They're most likely not wealthy right now. And you give them some knowledge, they will be able to better themselves and make themselves as wealthy as Peter Schiff or the Winklevoss or whoever. Okay. Who is this? Casso says, Peter is addicted to getting attention, especially from Bitcoin people. Well, you know what? I don't know if he's addicted to it. He's seeing how easy he can play some Bitcoin people. It's pathetic, but yeah, he can do it. It's pathetic that Bitcoin people were falling for it. I got to be honest here. I got to give an honest critique of the situation. The people who keep falling for this are pathetic because he isn't changing his mind, and he'll keep on doing this stuff with the Bitcoin, and he might even know. He probably knows Bitcoin's going to go to the moon. Maybe he even owns some Bitcoin, but his outward, he's not changing it. No, he's not changing it at all. And how about if he did change? Well, you wasted all your time on changing Peter Schiff's mind. What's that going to do to the world? Is it going to really make that big difference that you change one person's mind? It's much easier to speak to a bunch of 16-year-olds about Bitcoin. That will make a bigger difference if 3 of them become Bitcoin holders than Peter Schiff changing his mind. I got to do that the other day. Thank you to the Tel Aviv Bitcoin embassy. So someone said, no, I'm not saying that. All right. Well, I was reminded by Nick Carter. You can look at this tweet below. He figured out that the Bcash halving and the Bitcoin halving are actually going to be very close together now. It appeared originally the Bcash halving was going to be beforehand because they had sped up, but now Bitcoin is catching up. It's linked to below if you really care about that. At one point, I thought the Bcash halving since it would be a few months before the Bitcoin halving, would get people hyped for the Bitcoin halving. That might not be, since they're going to be so close together, that's definitely not going to be the case now. But again, we start talking about the Bitcoin halving hype, baby. No harm done with that. Pound that like button. Bitcoin halving hype, May 2020. Oh, it's getting closer, baby. And yeah, so there's going to be a Litecoin halving. There's going to be a Bcash halving. There's going to be a BSV BSV halving. Will anyone be talking about? So moving on. Who's this? Jerry says, okay, this is again, he talking about Trump, possibly the largest bull signal ever. Okay, I don't need to share that. You guys got the point. I don't need to talk about him now. By the way, for all the crypto dividend fans out there and all the altcoin people out there, I have been contacted by people, and I'll just say this: there are future crypto dividends planned. There are future forks planned of Bitcoin. I'll just leave it at that. So it's not something that's dying down. This will always be a thing. People fork, and I'm glad that as Bitcoin holders, if people want to create their own altcoins, then why not give it for free to Bitcoin holders? And I do know someone who is going to do it, and told me of another person who is going to do it. So yeah, forks are here. You can hate on forks all you want to. I take a positive approach. They're crypto dividends. We're getting interest by holding our Bitcoin, and there are more to come. And again, if you want insider information of when they're going to come, just watch this show. If you like hearing about Israeli dudes with white ponytails that are the most interesting men in the world, come to this channel. You never know what you're going to get here. And that's why they call me the unique beast. And that's why I want everyone to be a unique beast. It's freaking awesome to be a unique beast, baby. Pound that like button. All right. I think this week in the USA, they're going to start the Libra hearings. Is that true? That's going to be wild and wacky stuff. If it is, again, just to show the senators and congressmen that their ignorance on cryptocurrency, that's pretty hilarious stuff to hear about. I think that is this week. We shall see. I was going to read. All right. One thing that a guy named Bobby in my comment section said about Trump that I thought was interesting. He says, this is probably great news for Bitcoin in the long run. Trump's over 70 years old, so I didn't expect him to like it. But the publicity is great, and lots of people globally may start to buy Bitcoin just to spite him. So with that point, people buying Bitcoin despite Trump, I like that. I think he would have to mention Bitcoin a few more times for people to catch, for the Trump haters to like create a movement where they're like, okay, let's spite Trump and start buying Bitcoin because he hates Bitcoin. Hey, but let them do that. Let them be that psychotic about the situation, okay? The only reason they're going to buy Bitcoin is because Trump hates it. Okay, whatever. Makes me richer. I don't have to agree with you, dudes. But I think he would have to mention his hate of it a few more times for something like that to get rolling. So let's see. Go ahead, Trump. Make my day. Keep on mentioning it so your haters start buying it. But that was an interesting point, Bobby. Thank you for leaving that comment in my comment section quite recently. And what is this? Yahoo. Okay, I linked to this below. The guy in charge of the Fed, Jerome Powell, compared Bitcoin to gold. All right, he's talking about it. I don't want to pedestal the dude too much. But, hey, we're living in an era where the president of the United States, where the leader of the Fed are all talking about Bitcoin. And people would have laughed about this in 2013. But we did know it would happen eventually. So laughing now. The strong hands are freaking laughing their butts off now. Pound that like button. Yeah, so 65% Bitcoin dominance, as I said. Whale Panda adds on that train of thought. No matter how bad you want it, not all S coins will disappear. Greed is human nature. Totally agree. For the people who are thinking that Bitcoin dominance will get to 99% or something like that, they'll keep on coming up with altcoins. Let them keep doing it, and let the altcoin creators give their altcoins to Bitcoin holders for free, because we are the strongest of hands on this planet. And who knows? yeah, maybe your altcoin will pick up because some Bitcoin holders have it. All right, so we talked about the 11K panic people, the ridiculous 11K panic people. What a world we live in. Roman Q, this week in Bitcoin with 3 guests are awesome, but this year's one-on-one episodes with Giacomo, Trace, Caitlin, Long, and Simon Dixon are world-class. Pound that like button. You know, I got to agree with you, Roman K, and it has made me, Roman Q, excuse me. And I was going to ask the audience, do you think I should have more This Week in Bitcoins that are just one people shows? Or do you think I should just keep on having the 3 people? But it is difficult to arrange the 3 people ones. Those are not easy to do. It's all, the third person is always hard to get. People flake out sometimes. You want to have different combo. I have different combos every week. I don't like having people together that've been together before. But again, some of these one-on-ones have been really awesome. And I used to do more one-on-ones in the middle of the week, so maybe we could have both. But again, these are very time-consuming things. The easiest show to do, you know what the easiest show to do is? The Saturday show. It takes the least prep. I can flow with those subject matters real easy. Because throughout the week, I find those subject matters and add them. And so it's just ready to go on Saturday. Those are the easiest ones. The regular shows, I gotta keep up to date. I gotta do my research for an hour before the show, make sure I got all the greatest news and the stuff that's not being covered by the mainstream. And that takes a while. And again, arranging. Once I arrange the 3 guests, it goes real fast. So sometimes that's easier. And a little inside baseball for you people there. So you guys can leave comments if you want more one guest shows, whatever you want to see in the show. You know, leave comments. I'm up for all sorts of ideas. We've had all sorts of different things on in the past. And I'm skipping. Okay, reading. This is the last bit of the show here. This is if you guys are interested in some reading material, pathways for DeFi on Bitcoin. So there's a lot of people who talk about DeFi on Ethereum, and then they say, well, it can be done on Bitcoin also. Here's an article. It is linked to below. You can read it if you're interested in that type of thing. I am not too interested in that subject matter, and that's why I just say, hey, that's some bonus reading material. That's some homework for you people who want to learn about that stuff. All right, Roman Q likes the current mix, so thank you. I like that you like the current mix. All right, dudes, that's the end of the show. Pound that like button, bang that bell button. Check out the links below. I'm Adam Meister, Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. Subscribe to the channel, like this video. Click on those squares there. New show here every single day. TECHBALT on Twitter. I'm tweeting throughout the day. Have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.